Hello, my name is Callista and welcome back to Cinders. In the last episode, we completed the task that Lady Carmosa assigned to us at the beginning of the day, and you should have just seen a little clip, if I'm remembering to put it in, of something that happened once I stopped recording. If you had noticed, during the last episode, we earned a trophy, and because of that, every time we earn a trophy, the main title screen updates, and so, because we made our first major choice, Cinders got a little flower on her dress. And I think that's a really lovely way of handling trophies. Now, at the end of the last episode, we were considering what we should do with the extra money. Should we go to the inn, or should we bring it back to Lady Carmosa? And I've been thinking about this, and so far, I've had Cinders' main priority being that she wants to try and get on Lady Carmosa's good side. She wants to be punctual. She wants Lady Carmosa to view her as a competent person. And if we go to the inn, then we've kind of ruined all of that hard work. So we are going to bring the money straight back. Let's head home. The journey back to my house was much too short. I am not looking forward to facing Carmosa or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish it had lasted longer. At least I returned early. Maybe Carmosa will actually notice. Cinders, I did not expect you back so soon. Did you forget to do any of the errands I asked you to do? Don't act so surprised. You're the one who told me to hurry back after all. And no, I didn't forget anything. I admit I didn't expect you to actually finish it so quickly. There's a chance I underestimated you. Tell me how the deal went. Did you spend all the money I gave you? Right, the money. We're gonna hand the money over to Carmosa. Well, Tobias asked for 200 gold pieces, but I convinced him to give me a discount. Is that so? Here are the 25 gold pieces I saved. Well, not bad for someone like you. I admit, I am both surprised and impressed. You did well today. You may have managed to outperform Sophia and Gloria. Am I really hearing this? You think I did a good job? Will you stop insulting me now? Sounds a little bit childish, so I'm gonna say this. So you admit that I am useful. I only admit that you did well on this one task. One success means little. However, if you are saying you will continue to Excuse me, I'm going to start again. However, if you are saying you will continue to perform this well in the future, that is a different matter entirely. You may return to your room now. I will send Sophia with some leftovers for you after dinner. Will do. Thanks. Wow. Carmosa was almost nice to me. Am I dreaming? I suppose if I make life a little easier on her, she will do the same for me. Now that I think about it, running this entire house alone must be terribly difficult. No wonder Carmosa always seems so upset. Maybe I really am growing up. Tough realization to always come to. Meanwhile, oh no, more dudes. I remember Perrault's voice. My lord, I've been told you wanted to see me. Shit. Okay, his name's Basile, so I'm gonna assume he's French. I have been informed of the hostage situation at the marketplace today. I also heard that you handled this situation rather admirably. For that, I commend you. Thank you, my lord, but the truth is that I regret having to kill so many men. They couldn't even put up a fight. Such is the burden of those in positions of power, no? We must make difficult decisions for the sake of protecting others. It is not a choice, but a duty. This is the worst French accent ever. I'm so sorry. And you performed your duty to perfection. You honour me with your words, my lord. You deserve it. After all, my father, your king, has always spoken well of you. I know he even considered you a friend. If the king spoke so, I am honoured by such confidence. Truly? What do you think of my father? How was it to serve under him? The king was a wise, skillful, and strong leader. I would have followed him anywhere. That is what I have heard from everyone who knew him. Already I fade in comparison. My prince. I have not yet been crowned. His father's last wish was that I should find a wife first. No doubt he wished that I find someone capable of ruling by my side. Of course, every noble in the land is eagerly pushing an eligible daughter towards me. But I need a strong woman I can rely on. A queen who can support my agenda no matter how hard it's going to be. I am a simple warrior, my lord. I know very little of romance and politics. Nonsense. My father trusted you in more matters than war, and I too am willing to do that. Please, advise me not as the captain of the guard, but as my friend. But I confess, even my own palace is not a safe place for discussing such delicate matters. The walls have ears, as they say, and I would not wish for my search for a wife to become any more public than it already is. Might we go hunting together tomorrow? I think we should find the forest a safer place for a discussion. Such an action is dangerous, my lord. If something were to happen to you, there is no one to succeed you on the throne. Is that so? I cannot imagine anything safer than having the famous captain of the guard by my side. If that is what you wish, my lord. That is indeed what I wish. You can go now, friend. My prince. Good old Perrault, brave captain of the Royal Guard, first sword of the kingdom, veteran of the Renegade War. Reduced to killing common thugs and guarding market stalls, not yet aware of how obsolete his role is. These are difficult times that require a new kind of bravery and power. Our wars will not be fought using iron and fire, but gold and lies. And here we have the prince, already setting up to be a far more cunning prince than his Disney counterpart. I hope you can adapt to these new times, my poor old friend. Because when I become a king and start realizing my plans, goodness knows I'm going to need someone like you. Again, I would like to apologize to the French later that night. Finally, I have some time to myself after doing Carmosa's bidding all day. I admit it wasn't such a bad day. Even though I was running errands, I managed to get on Carmosa's good side for once. She even made sure I got a warm meal in exchange. Maybe she's not as bad as I used to think. Oh dear, am I going crazy? Maybe I'm turning into my sisters. Sure, she's strict, rough, and downright cruel at times, but it's not like she had much choice. As far as I know, she wasn't born as high nobility. She had to work her way to where she is now. That had to leave a mark. Even now, things must be difficult for her having to run this house. She's just a solitary woman for the most. That doesn't keep her from being a horrible person with barely a hint of redeeming qualities, though. I can't believe how exhausted I am after today, though. My feet ache and I feel so sleepy. I should go to bed. Carmosa certainly won't allow me to sleep in tomorrow. Knocking sound. Was that someone knocking at the door? Why would someone be visiting us at such a late hour? Silence. I paid for your discretion and you pound on the front door as if it's a war drum. Oh. Who the hell is this? I think we need more muffled voices. Right. Pardon, madam. I swear I'll be as silent as the tombs are. Right away, mum's the word. Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you? You wound my pride, madam. I'm more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional. Such an utterance is of little comfort to me. No one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue. Now prove there is some value to your words, and go before someone sees you. I think he's gone. What was all that about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try to follow him. He can't have gone far. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. No, that's crazy. I can't do that. Yes, we can. She's trying to be helpful to Carmosa, but I do also think she wants to get up in her shit, so we're gonna follow the mysterious visitor. I must be crazy, but this might be my only chance. How long have I waited here, waiting for a change? Finally, an opportunity has presented itself. Carmosa clearly has a secret. If I could figure that out, I might have an advantage over her. No one is outside the window. Now is as good a time as ever. Here goes nothing. Well, now what? I tried to keep my distance while following that man, and now I've lost his trail completely. If he's somewhere up ahead, I'll really have to hurry to catch up with him. But if I accidentally pass him, then I run the risk of running into him when I return home. Ooh, it's a shady character. Oh, what voice do I want to give this guy? I kind of want to give this guy a Cockney accent, but I can't do a Cockney accent. So I think I'm gonna have to give him an Irish accent. Again, I'm offending the French and the Irish in this one episode. My apologies. Clover. I have to say Clover to get the accent going. Oh, curse these demonic excuses for plants. The way you scratch at a fellow, you're more like wildcats than shrubs. That must be him. He's close. I'd better hide. Arr, blasted rocks. What are they doing in my path? You'd think they'd clear out this place, accounting that a fella can't see a thing in the dark. It's not proper, I tell you. Well, I'm sure this be the place where I'm scheduled to meet that smart-ass merchant. Oh, bugger, I can't remember his voice. I was going for Hugh Grant, I think? Smart-ass or not, shouldn't you be more careful when talking about the man who pays you? Oi, boss, I was just talking a little to myself. No harm meant, you know. Truly. I suppose I can let this one go, if you brought the package as discreetly as Lady Carmosa requested. Of course. No ifs about it, boss. It wounds my honour that you'd doubt me competence for even a moment. No, I'd never doubt you. Now hand it over. Before I do, boss, I have a little something I'm needing to ask you. And what would that be? You know I'm an honest man, but me curiosity just took hold of me so hard, I had to have a look inside this package. And lo and behold, me eyes spies a mighty fine necklace set with rubies and made of gold. It's worth thousands of sovereigns at least, yeah? I specifically instructed you not to look inside. But the necklace? Yes, it's probably worth quite a lot of money. I don't get it, boss. Why is the noble lady paying us to take this off her hands? Seems all wrong ways round to me. I'm sure she has her reasons, and you're not being paid to poke around and ask needless questions. In fact, if you don't keep your mouth shut, you won't be paid at all. Whoa, boss, no need to get so angry. My mouth is secure as the royal treasury it is. I doubt the contents are quite as valuable. Still, you've completed your task, so here is your pay. 15 sovereigns. Try not to drink it all at once. Me? Never. You wound me with your accusations, boss. I'm sure. Well, we should return to town before someone stumbles upon us. What on earth is Tobias up to? Never mind that. If I don't do something, they'll leave before I can do anything. Now might be my only chance to confront him, but I probably shouldn't act too impulsively. Oh. I worry that if I confront Tobias later, he's just gonna deny everything. And we'll lose our chance. Let's confront him now. Well, there's no time like the present. Hold on. Cinders, what are you doing here in the middle of the night? I was following your employee from my house. It looked like he was up to no good. I didn't think he'd lead me to you. You have a lot of explaining to do. I'm not sure who the pretty bird is, boss, but she definitely means business. That much I know. You shouldn't have come here, Cinders. And why not? Are you and Carmosa up to something? It's not what you think it is. The only reason for the secrecy is because this is dangerous. Please, it's nothing that you should have to worry about. Really? Because it looks pretty shady to me. Some people value their privacy. There's nothing shady about that. I'm not sure I believe that. Should I trust Tobias? Oh. He is our friend. He is our friend. He's our childhood friend. They had a good rapport earlier. I'm hoping that by clicking yes, I'm not sealing myself off from getting answers at a later date. Alright, I trust you. You've always been a good friend, Tobias, and I know you would never do anything to hurt me. I'm sorry I jumped to such an unkind assumption. It is unfortunate that I have to deal with Carmosa. I didn't want you to have to get involved in something like this. But a customer is a customer, you know. I understand. We're not children anymore, and you have to make a living. Life as an adult is hard, isn't it? That it is. I'm amazed that you managed to find us, though. You're pretty daring. Daring and restless. I feel like my life is rushing past me and I haven't done anything worthwhile. I need to do something, anything, as long as it's meaningful. I can't live like this forever. No, you can't. I suppose you'll have to learn the truth sooner or later. What are you talking about? I can't explain it just yet. Not in our present company, at least. Oi, boss! Oh god, I've forgotten his accent. Clover. Oi, boss! Boss? God damn it. Oi, boss! Don't you trust me? No. Come see me sometime this week, and I'll explain everything. And please, don't tell anyone you saw this. Of course. Thank you so much, Tobias. I should probably head home now, though. It's dangerous this time of night. We could escort you back to the house if you want. I think she's fine. She's an independent woman. It's fine. I've snuck along this path to the lake many times as a child. How very like you. You always did know how to sneak out without being caught. I miss those times. Too bad it's not as easy as it used to be. I don't want Carmosa to catch us together. You're right. It's a bigger risk if we go together. I'll come see you as soon as I can. Until then, farewell. I need to return as quickly as possible. Sleeping tonight is certainly going to be difficult. And in the morning... Oh, what a night. Maybe the boss was right when he said not to drink away my pay in one go. Still, can't say it wasn't worth it for how great last night was. Wait, what exactly happened last night? How do we even wind up here? I'm gonna guess this is Perrault. The deer went this way, my lord. Oh, someone's coming. Better lay low for a mite. Hurry before it gets away. Forget the deer, Captain. There are more important matters at hand. If this is about what you asked yesterday, my lord, I know little of politics or the affairs of the court. That's exactly why I need you. You're straightforward and honest, and you see things I can't. Beyond all those smiles, everyone in the court lies to me. No, you're the only man I can trust. I will serve you to the best of my ability. What is it that you wish to discuss? It's about my father's last wish. I must have a wife before I ascend the throne. How am I to choose one? There's a ball in a few days. Isn't that your chance to find an eligible young lady? In theory, but that's the problem. How will I be able to tell? The monarchy is weak without a king, and the nobles around me are plotting to advance themselves. They groom their daughters like prized spaniels in the hopes that I'll be taken in by a pretty face. I need a wife who is strong and smart. Someone who can rule the kingdom wisely, not feed me her father's poisonous words. But I doubt I'll ever find such a woman. I've no doubt many women exist, my lord. You should not give up so easily. You're right, Captain. It's just that I haven't had the fortune to meet one yet. I'm surrounded by women who know little more than how to curtsy. And they do little more than wait to be handed out as political tokens. Truly, it is disheartening. And yet you must choose a wife from among the nobility regardless. It is, after all, tradition. As if tradition mattered to that brood of vipers. They plot to control the throne before it is even in my grasp. If I'm married to please a powerful house, I risk having a fool for a wife. But what other choice do I have? If we respected the traditions to the fullest, you'd be able to choose any woman at the ball, even at someone you didn't know. How convenient that this rule is often forgotten. Someone I didn't know. Captain, you're brilliant. It's perfect. I'm not sure I'll follow your thinking, my lord. A masquerade ball. I'll be able to choose from the women without discriminating over looks or political ties. They've been pushing me to follow tradition for so long, they can't complain if I remember the old rules. Captain, you're truly a remarkable man. I see now why Father trusted you so much. Of course, my lord. Well, it's always an honor to be of service. Thank you so much, my friend. You are a rare breed indeed, still faithful to your ideals. Ideals or not, our prey has long since escaped us, and if we linger any longer, people might grow suspicious. You're right, my friend. Let us return to the castle with all haste. Now that I have a solution in mind, I can return with a light heart. Well, there's a bit of juicy gossip you don't hear every day. A masquerade ball, huh? I know a certain lady who would pay handsomely for this information, that she would. The day may have started lousy after all of last night's drinking, but it's turned out to be quite a good one after all. All thanks to a few extra rounds at the pub. You can't go wrong with that. Very interesting. Oh, what time is it? The sun is already so high in the sky. I must have slept in. Considering how long I spent outside last night, that's hardly a surprise. I'm still not sure what to think about what happened. I want to trust Tobias, but... well, at least it's something different from the usual. It's strange how my life has been so boring all this time, then suddenly all these things are happening to me. But even stranger than that, I wonder why no one has come to wake me up yet. It must be at least noon, if not later. Surely Carmosa hasn't decided to be gracious and grant me a holiday. I want none of your pitiful excuses. Uh-oh, Carmosa's definitely not in a gracious mood. I should get going and see what's going on before she catches me like this. Everyone's here. You're an even bigger disappointment than usual. Looks like Carmosa's mad at Gloria today. I wonder why. Hey, Sophia. Oh God, what was Sophia's voice? Oh, it's kind of mousy. Cinders, not so loud. I don't want to get in trouble or miss any of this. But what's going on? Business as usual. Mother's in a bad mood and Gloria was the nearest thing she could yell at. I'm not interested in your excuses. It's your duty to make sure there's enough wood for the fireplace. But if the servant is allegedly ill, then find someone else. Do it yourself if you have to. Maybe I should have Cinders take over your duty. At least she's capable of doing things correctly. Mother, how can I what? Do what I please with my own household? I worked hard to earn what you girls enjoy now. I bled and cried to get this far. What have you done? Once you earn as much as I have, feel free to do as you please. But right now, all I see is an incompetent little girl, and I doubt that will change anytime soon. I'm ashamed to call you my flesh and blood. Right now, I wouldn't mind having Cinders as a daughter instead. That's enough. Dinner must be ready in 2 hours. I expect that you'll have found someone to chop the wood by then. Carmosa's as cruel as ever. Gloria looks like she's about to burst into tears. Cinders, Sophia, what are you two doing, standing there gawking at me like that? This is all your fault. If it weren't for you... That was incredibly cruel. I know what it's like to have a parent, say, oh, I wish someone else was my kid. Even if they don't mean it, if it's just emotion talking, it's really not a nice thing to hear. Gloria, you know what Carmosa is like. When she's angry, everyone around her is a victim. I know she says hurtful things, cruel things. It's just her way of motivating people, I think. I know we're not friends, and maybe we never will be, but please don't think of me as your enemy. I know you're doing your best, and I'm sorry that you were treated that way. You didn't deserve it. I know my words won't change much, but I still want you to know. I don't know what to say. Oh, what's this? You usually have such a sharp reply, but now you can't think of anything to say. Whatever happened to the perfect, glorious, outspoken Gloria? One scolding from Mother is all it takes to shut you up. I don't have time to deal with your childish jealousy right now, but watch your tongue. It will certainly get you in trouble someday. Anyway, you two heard Mother. Dinner must be ready in 2 hours, so get started. What? Why do we have to get dinner ready? Because I'll be busy taking care of Mother's other needs, like getting the wood chopped. If you'd rather not, I can always tell Mother you refuse to obey her orders. Fine, I'll do it. Just pray that your food isn't poisoned. As if you'd have the guts to do such a thing, little sister. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have duties to attend to. Well, it looks like I'm stuck working with you, Cinders. I think saying this would help get us on Sophia's good side, but I've been playing this Cinders as more of a peacemaker, so why were you so cruel to Gloria? Why were you so cruel to Gloria? Why? Don't you hate her too? Well, maybe, but you're her sister. Aren't you supposed to support each other? Oh, if only Gloria believed that. No, there's certainly no support here, and it's mostly her fault. She always acts so smug and self-righteous, but there's no trace of her own will or personality in there. She's just trying to copy Mum, even though it's impossible. And of course she takes all of her frustration out on me. She probably thinks Mum will recognise her more if she keeps degrading me. I have no reason to be kind to her. I understand, but don't you wish that would change? Living under Carmosa is hard enough already. Wouldn't it be better to band together instead of fight each other? Maybe, but why does it matter? Why am I even discussing this with you? I must be getting desperate. Of course I want to be on better terms with Gloria, but she drew the line a long time ago. I may not be as clever or as beautiful as Mum and Gloria, but I'm not naive. People don't just change. They'll remain cruel as long as it benefits them. That's such a sad outlook on life. It must have been really hard for you growing up. Oh, please. I don't need pity, especially not from you. Life is horrid and no amount of sweet words will change that. Now let's go get dinner ready before we get in trouble. It'll be nice having someone helping me with dinner for once. Hurry up and take out all the ingredients we're going to need. Why me? Isn't it obvious? I hardly step foot in the place, so naturally I don't know where anything is. Naturally. That doesn't mean you can't help with the preparation, though. I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? There's no way you can prepare dinner in 2 hours alone. I'll be in just as much trouble as you if it's not done. Mother isn't forgiving towards anyone. I figured that much out myself. Now here are all the ingredients. Ugh, the stench is unbelievable. Are they rotting or something? No, this is just how vegetables smell. They do grow in soil, you know. Sure, but I can't believe you actually live with this odour. I bet sometimes you must feel like a rather large carrot yourself. Or a beetroot, maybe. That's very funny, Sophia. Besides, it wasn't exactly my own choice to move in here. I used to have a proper bedroom before Gloria took it. Of course, how could I forget? Still, you should be grateful. They say that harsh conditions help to build character. You're bound to become a diamond in here while poor Gloria softens with each passing hour. Can't you give me a break for once? If that's how it's going to look, I'd prefer to risk Carmosa's anger and prepare the dinner alone. I think that's supposed to be if that's how it's going to be, but I believe Moacube are Polish indie developer, so English isn't their first language. Mistakes are, gonna happen. Oh, fine. Don't be so uptight, sis. One Gloria in this house is one too many. And with that, I am just about out of time. We shall continue preparing dinner and maybe getting to know a little bit more about Sophia in the next episode. So, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.